My boss ate my labeled lunch every day for 2 months and denied it. Should I have told him what was in yesterday's sandwich? I meal prep every Sunday. Grilled chicken, roasted vegetables, precisely measured portions. It's not about being fancy. I'm diabetic and need to monitor everything I eat. 2 months ago, my lunches started disappearing. The first time, I thought I'd forgotten it at home. The second time, I assumed someone had taken it by mistake. By week 3, I knew someone was stealing my food. I put a note on my container. Alex's lunch. Please do not take. Diabetic. Needs specific meal. Gone by noon. The weird part? My empty containers would reappear in the kitchen, washed and dried, like someone was doing me a favor. After a month of this, I was spending $15 daily on replacement lunches, and my blood sugar was all over the place from eating random cafeteria food. My doctor adjusted my insulin because she thought I was lying about my diet. I asked everyone in the office. All 12 people swore they'd never touch someone else's food. My manager, Robert, even sent an email about respecting others' property and the importance of professional behavior. It's probably the cleaning crew, Robert said. They come through at weird hours. So I started eating lunch at 11 a.m. to beat the thief. Came back from a bathroom break at 11:15, food gone. That's when I decided to set a trap. I bought a nanny cam disguised as a phone charger and positioned it facing the fridge. Legal, gray area. But I was desperate. The next day, I checked the footage at noon. My sandwich was already gone, so I knew I'd caught them. It was Robert. My 54-year-old Mercedes driving $30 steak for lunch boss was stealing my $6 meal prep. On camera, he walked straight to the fridge at 10:47 a.m., took my container without hesitation, and headed to his office. But here's the insane part. He came back to the kitchen 20 minutes later and washed my container, dried it with paper towels, placed it exactly where I usually put my empties. I sat there watching this footage, completely baffled. Robert makes 3 times my salary. He literally took clients to a $200 per person lunch the previous week. I confronted him that afternoon, knocked on his office door with my phone ready. Robert, we need to talk about my lunch. Did someone take it again? I told you, it's probably the cleaning. It's you. I have video. His face went through about 6 emotions. Confusion, shock, anger, then this weird calmness. That's a serious accusation, Alex. I showed him the footage. He watched himself take my food, and his response was unbelievable. That's not me. Robert, that's literally you. That's your tie from this morning. Someone who looks like me, maybe. Someone who looks like you, has your key card, and knows your schedule. He leaned back in his chair. Prove that's my key card. I couldn't believe it. He was gaslighting me about video evidence of him stealing my food. You want me to prove you're you? I want you to be very careful about making accusations against your supervisor. It would be unfortunate if someone got the wrong idea about your judgment, a threat. That night, I told my roommate James, who's a chef. He had an idea. Make him the best sandwich he's ever had, but make it memorable. I spent that evening building my weapon. Normal-looking turkey sandwich, but the turkey was marinated in ghost pepper oil. The cheese was infused with Carolina Reaper. The mayo was mixed with pure capsaicin extract, the stuff they use in pepper spray. I wore gloves and goggles just assembling it. I labeled it as always. Alex's lunch, extremely spicy, do not take. Next morning, I placed it in the fridge and went to my desk. I had a backup normal lunch in my car. At 10:47 a.m. exactly, Robert walked to the kitchen. By 10:52, the screaming started. Not regular screaming, primal, desperate screaming. The fire alarm went off because he'd stuck his entire head under the kitchen faucet, which triggered the sensors. The office was evacuated. Robert was on the kitchen floor, milk cartons everywhere, tears streaming down his face. His secretary called 911 because she thought he was having a heart attack. Paramedics arrived. Between gasps, Robert managed to say he'd eaten something poisoned. They asked what he'd eaten. My lunch, he wheezed. What was in your lunch? The paramedic asked. Robert looked at me, his face swollen and red. He knew he'd have to admit to stealing to explain. I think I grabbed the wrong container. I stepped forward helpfully. Oh no, did you take my lunch by mistake? It's labeled extremely spicy. I did a ghost pepper challenge diet thing. The paramedic looked at my clearly labeled container. Sir, did you not read this warning? I didn't see it. It's in red marker, all caps. Security pulled the kitchen footage as part of the accident report. There's Robert, clearly reading my label, shrugging and taking it anyway. HR got involved. Robert tried to claim I deliberately poisoned him. It's my personal lunch, I said, labeled with warnings. I have a high spice tolerance from growing up in a Tamil household. I can eat it just fine. They asked me to prove it. I sat there and ate 3 bites of an identical sandwich while everyone watched. Tears ran down my face, but I smiled through it. Delicious. Want some? Nobody did. Robert was fired.